Hello students, today we are going to study another topic, that is the third topic, modes of reproduction. Now this reproduction, you might have heard this word many times, so let us take a review. Reproduction is the production of new individuals by sexual or asexual mode. This is called reproduction. In plants, reproduction means we have to produce one plant from the another plant. Now for this purpose, we can use different parts of the plant for reproduction. In some plants there is a self-pollination, in some plants there is a cross-pollination. Whatever it may be, but from pollination and later on fertilization, ovary matures and then new seed is produced. So we should know the modes of reproduction in the plant which is used for making artificial hybrids. So production of hybrids between diverse and desirable parents is based for almost all the modern breeding programs. So production and reproduction, two things are there. Reproduction and production, these words are used in agriculture many times. So here there are two categories of reproduction, sexual and asexual. Let us go to the first category of reproduction, that is sexual reproduction. Now what is the definition? Sexual reproduction means fusion of male and female gametes to form a zygote which develops into an embryo. So male and female gametes come together, fusion takes place, and that results in formation of zygote, and this zygote later on becomes an embryo. So in plants, in flowers, there are special structures for this reproduction. So flower is the most important part of the plant used in reproduction. Now in this flower there are different parts. We shall see the parts with the help of a figure. Come to this figure, structure of a flower. This is general flower. Now here in this case, start from the bottom. This is a sepal. This is always green in color and it gives support to the above portion, means petals. So these are petals. These are all petals. Then in the middle of the flower there is one portion that is called style, and at the tip it is called, tip of the style is called stigma. Then at the bottom here this portion is called ovary, and there are filaments and anther is also there. So these are the structure of a general flower. Now in this flower there are different functions of these parts of these flowers, and all these functions when are performed, that results in pollination, fertilization and formation of seed. So here what is fertilization? This is the fusion of one of the two sperms with the egg cell producing diploid zygote. This is called fertilization. So there is a fusion of one sperm with egg cell. Only one sperm enter into the egg cell and that forms diploid zygote, that is called fertilization. Now what is the significance of sexual reproduction? Means importance of sexual reproduction. Please understand that sexual reproduction in plants is done by using seeds only. So here in this sexual reproduction we can combine various genes. Means in hybrid seed production we can combine good qualities genes and we can make a single hybrid plant. Means by using male and female parent we can make a single hybrid plant. So this produces a different kind of genotype. Means the new plant has different variations, means different qualities. Such plants may also have some disqualifications also. But in plant breeding, so this plant breeding is based on sexual reproduction only. So breeding means that is a combination of different genes from male and female parents and making a single hybrid plant. Now what are the advantages of sexual reproduction? This is a very simple and easy method. Then we can produce a plant which is tolerant to soil and climate. We can also use this sexual method where asexual means is not common. Means in some plants where asexual method is used, in such plants we also can use this method. Means in some plants sexual and asexual both methods can be used, but where asexual is not possible then sexual method is used. Here we can introduce new variations, means new kind of qualities can be introduced into the plant, and this plant can tolerate a new environment. Another advantage is that we can make a new plant which is disease free. So these are the advantages of sexual reproduction, but still there are some disadvantages of sexual reproduction. That which are the disadvantages? This method requires more period for flowering. Means only after flowering this method can be used. Means it takes little bit long time. It requires two parents, male and female. Then only offspring can be produced. Sometimes the newly made plant may be genetically different from the parent. Means suppose one crop is hybrid plant is made from male and female parents. The qualities of the male and female parents may not all come together in the newly made plant. This is a disadvantage. It requires more time and energy also. So this is not possible in isolated individual. Suppose we have got only one plant, either male or female, we cannot produce by using sexual reproduction. Come to the second kind of second category of reproduction, that is called asexual reproduction. Now in this case it does not involve fusion of male and female gametes. This is involved in sexual reproduction. So here in asexual reproduction, new plants may be developed from vegetative parts of the plant. So it is also called vegetative reproduction. Asexual reproduction is called vegetative reproduction. Here it means we do not use seed, we use only the part like stem, root, or any another plant, and that is used. So this is also called vegetative reproduction. Now in this case, seed may arise from embryos that develop without fertilization. Sometimes without fertilization also seed may develop, and that also is called as vegetative reproduction. Now in this vegetative reproduction, we have to use the different parts, vegetative parts of the plant. Now there are some types of this vegetative reproduction. Let us go one by one. One, that is natural vegetative reproduction. Now this occurs in the nature itself, where a new plant develops from any other part of the plant, and that may be modified underground or subaerial stem or bulbils also. For example, in case of potato, we use tuber. In case of onion, in case of garlic, we use bulbs. These are all modified underground parts. So this is a natural vegetative reproduction. Now which are the underground parts that is used for asexual reproduction or vegetative reproduction? Let us go there. Example is there, just we have studied tuber. Tuber potato. In case of potato, tuber is used. In case of onion and garlic, bulb is used. In case of ginger and turmeric, rhizome is used. So these are all underground stems. So here this is a rhizome, this is a bulb, and we can see the other pictures. These are available at our home also. So these are all natural vegetative reproduction parts. Second, subaerial stems. Now subaerial stems like runner, stolon, suckers, these are also used for propagation, like date and palm and like that. Third is bulbils. Now in this bulbils are modified flowers. They are developed in the plant, and there is no formation of seeds in the bulbils. So this is a vegetative part, vegetative body. So there is no fertilization required, there is no seed formation. Example, in case of garlic, you can see this. Now scientists are trying to introduce new methods of reproduction by using these things. You can also use tissue culture, and there are other methods also. Now come to the second, that is first it was natural vegetative reproduction. Now second, it is a artificial vegetative reproduction. It is also called commercial reproduction. Natural vegetative reproduction takes place in the nature without interference of human being, but in artificial vegetative reproduction, our efforts are very much important. For example, we can use stem cutting in case of sugarcane, in case of grapes, in case of rose. We can use in case of mango. Stem cutting can be used. Then layering, budding, grafting, gutti. These are all different methods of artificial vegetative reproduction. Now in this case, vegetative reproduction is useful in some plants, while seed reproduction is used in other plants. Now in this artificial vegetative reproduction, first kind is cutting. Cutting means pieces of parts of the plant. But here cuttings we can use stem cutting can be used. For example, rose, bougainvillea, crotons. In this case, again our familiar crop, that is sugarcane, stem cuttings can be used. And in this case, stem cutting is used for planting. For example, see at this figure, here cutting is used, and by using this, now this is the main plant. It is called stock plant. From this plant, this portion is cut, stem is cut, and here it is planted in this parade, in this pot, and it gives rise to new plant. So this is a stem cutting method, or it is artificial vegetative reproduction. You can search these things on internet also. Second, simple tongue layering. The first it was cutting, now this is second is layering. There are four important kinds of artificial vegetative propagation, like cutting, layering, grafting, and budding. Now first just we have studied, this is a cutting, this stem cutting is used. We can also use root cuttings. Now second is layering. What is done? Lower branch of a plant is bent down and covered with moist soil. That will give layering. Layer, we know the word layer. From layer, word layering is formed. So here, this is a simple tongue layering method. It is used in Gava. It is used in Guava, or it is called Gava. So here this plant is bent down, and here one cut is given, and weight is kept, and from here root formation, a cut is given, and here from root formation takes place, and this portion is cut, and this portion can be used for planting at another place. Air layering. So this was the simple layering. Now air layering, or it is called gutti layering. Simple layering is done in the soil, while air layering is done in the air. Means the branch is not to be bent down in the soil. We can have this picture. Now this is a branch of a plant. For example, we can use in fig, we can use in pomegranate and jasmine and all. So this is the branch live, it is not cut off. So this, on this branch, cut is given here, another cut is given here, and 1 inch cut is given, and this portion, the bark is removed, here bark is removed, and here this is all sphagnum moss. It is called sphagnum moss. It is moist water is given, and so here roots are formed. So this is cut here, then this is cut, and it is used for propagation. This is called air layering. Now come to grafting. This is generally done in seedless varieties, where small branch is used. There are two kinds of plants here, scion plant and stock plant. Stock plant means it is a poor quality plant on which a scion, a stick of good quality plant is taken, and that is grafted. So there are different methods of this grafting: tea grafting, saddle grafting, stone grafting, many graftings are there. Now another is budding. Name itself indicates that bud is used. Actually this is a bud grafting, but we can say it is as a budding. So this is artificial vegetative propagation. So in this, what is done? There are also two kinds of plants, stock and scion. Take example, tea budding or seed budding. So remember that these are all cyan plants. Sorry, these are all stock plants. So these plants are of poor quality, but their growth is good. Many times they are resistant to pests and diseases. New plant. So this bud is used. In the same way, grafting can be done. Here, this is the bud. This is the bud, and therefrom this plant is emerged. So in this tea budding or shield budding, ibud from cyan plant is taken and inserted into this stalk plant. So these are the stalk plants. You can see there are different kinds of buddings: tea budding, patch budding, four-curved budding, flute budding, ring budding, clip budding. We can invent different kinds of buddings. Only thing is that the bud, means a cyan bud, is inserted into the stalk branch, and that means that bud takes nutrient from this stalk plant and grow. Now, what are the advantages of vegetative reproduction? There are different advantages of this vegetative reproduction. Now, which are these advantages? That we can make genetically identical plants, means the genotypes or the here. So there are different advantages of these asexual method of reproduction. Those we will see later on. Thank you.